All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Neely again. We're here talking about Grammar Lesson U. All right, Grammar Lesson U focuses on quotation marks, which is definitely something that Miss Warren and I see in your writing that can be corrected very simply. So let's take a look at what we have here. This is unique quotation marks for short, direct quotes. This is 4 lines or less, not long quotes. So for example, you may have a placement such as in the article, the author says, comma, do your best, in quotation marks. That's what the author says. We'll cite that, Warren, page 290, period, after the citation. But if it's longer than 4 lines in your writing, you will have a block quote. When you have a block quote, you do not have quotation marks. Notice that on a block quote, the parenthetical citation comes after the period. Furthermore, unique quotation marks for quotes within quotes. Right? Most scientists agree that Einstein's comment that science requires imagination. Notice that it's not a double quotation mark, it's just a single quotation mark if you have a quote within a quote. So on No Red Ink, you are going to be asked to set up some dialogue quotes and some flow quotes. So dialogue quotes are the ones introduced by words like said or states, etc. Now, you always put a comma before the quote, like here, Matt said, comma, and then you capitalize the quote, especially if you're quoting something just in a story, you'll of course capitalize that. But if you're actually taking a direct quote from some text, follow the capitalization rules for that text. After the movie, Lucy asks, hopefully, comma, is there any popcorn left? You could say said, yelled, thought, claimed, multiple examples there, right? Make sure the example, though, make sure the word that you use is appropriate for the situation. Sometimes, though, when you get a little bit more sophisticated in your writing, you'll have flow quotes, which are a little bit different than dialogue quotes. Flow quotes naturally blend into the text around them. So you don't pause before a flow quote, so you don't need a comma or a capital letter. So Matt thinks that we would beat you in Monopoly. Notice these are probably Matt's words, right? These are Matt's words, but he didn't state to himself, Matt thinks that we would beat you in Monopoly. Someone else is telling us what Matt thinks, right? And it flows within the entire sentence. So we do not capitalize it and we do not have a comma. Or take a look at this example. After the movie, Lucy asked whether there was any popcorn left. It flows within the quote itself. This is just another way to put it. So remember, with flow quotes, you don't put a comma before the quote and you begin the quote with a lowercase letter. Dialogue quotes, you put a comma after the dialogue word, said, or asked, whatever you may use, and you do have a capital letter. There you go. There's grammar lesson Q. See you in class.